Hello, I'm Professor Guru. I'm a quantitative aptitude trainer, and in this video, I'll be teaching you some tricks on how to solve the problems on speed, whether it is a boat problem or train problem or a race speed or a circular race. Why I thought of this topic? The reason is while training people, uh, especially these MBA entrants, aspirants, or GRA aspirants, or bank PO aspirants, or even IS CSAT aspirants, the quantitative aptitude remains one of the challenging sections, irrespective of the backgrounds, whether you are from arts background, commerce background, or science. So don't think that because you are not from science or engineering background, you cannot learn. Only thing is just you have to be aware of the tricks, and you have to be strong in the basics. That's all. So with this, in this context, I will start with some problems. And the problems I have picked up are typical problems, so I will not be going by quantity. I'll be emphasizing on the quality. And one more thing I'm going to observe is I will try to solve the problem by options, because the best advantage when you are attempting an objective question pattern is there are options, and if you can learn to plug in those options and then eliminate, the time is saved, because in competitive exams, time saved is time generated, because everybody gets a limited time only. You don't get extra time. Here we go. See, I'm not starting from the scratch, so I'm assuming, or rather presuming, that you are comfortable with units. Like speed is normally in terms of kilometer per hour, sometimes it is miles per hour. So you should be conversant with all these units, so that you can comfortably, if necessary, convert one to other one. Okay, all those things you are supposed to be good in. See, if you follow this, it will be easy for you. So here I write distance, here I write speed, and here I write time. See how we can use this readily. Otherwise, every time don't think of divide karna hai ya into karna hai. Very simple. Distance means you have to multiply always, because speed into time. That means if I want speed, then distance divided by time. So other one is understood. If you are interested in time, then distance has to be divided by speed, because this is kilometer per hour, this is hour, this is kilometer. So it is as simple as that. Therefore, I will leave this thing here, so that readily you can relate with the equations I will write there. And if possible, I will be writing the options also, so that you can learn, glancing at the options and then getting the answer. Okay. I will deal with problems on average speed, because you can expect this type of problems in competitive exams. It's very simple actually. See, whatever is the problem, if it is on average speed, you just concentrate on total distance. That's all. Obviously, you will have to know here this total time. So total distance, total time. So whenever you are working on average speed, think of this. Then what is given, what is unknown, all those things can be put in this, and you can extract the answer literally. I will show one example. For example, you have done a journey from A to B, and in that process, first you traveled by rickshaw, then you traveled by car, then you went by train, and then you are given the distance, and then they will ask you during the last leg of the journey what was the speed. So all those permutation combinations of what is given and what is unknown, that is secondary. Your focus will be only on this total distance and total time, what is given, what is unknown. So to illustrate this concept, I will pick up one example only, and there only I will show you how easy it is to crack the problems on the average speed. See, because I don't have space here, I will try to utilize this space. That means I will not be writing or dictating the problem. I will pick up the important data and then I will write it here. And while writing the equations, I will use this board. Okay. Now, it is given that average speed is 44 km per hour. So this is given. And it's given that for the first 3 hours you traveled at a speed of 40 km per hour. And then the question is asking you, in the next 2 hours, what is your speed? I repeat, your speed is given as 44 km per hour, and for the first 3 hours you are traveling at 40 km per hour, and the question is asking you what is the speed during the next 2 hours. Now I will show you how easily this problem can be solved. Average speed is given, so that is 44. And what is the total time? 3 hours and 2 hours, so 5. Now friends, why don't you quickly take this 44 into 5? Why it is important? Because that gives you this total distance, and then unknown can be easily found. So if I call this total distance, 44 into 5. So 44 into 5 is 220. So now the question is, 44 is the average speed. First part is 40 speed. With this speed, how many hours you have traveled? 40 into 3, because that gives the distance. So tell me now, 40 into 3 is 120. So what remains? 100. So what is this 100? 100 is the distance traveled in the next 2 hours. So now maybe you have understood what is the speed. If you cover 100 km in 2 hours, that means you have traveled at 50 km per hour. So the answer is 50 km per hour. I hope this is clear. For those who are not comfortable with this approach, I will suggest write the equation and then solve. But I believe there will be loss of time. But I don't mind telling you. 44 you write here, then 14 to 3, here 3 plus 2, here you write x into 2. So why I am going for this technique is, when you write the equation, you take time in cross multiplying and then solving. So instead of that, learn to do this. That will save your time. And even in options you can check, one idea. What do you think? Whether answer will be more than 40 or whether answer will be more than 44. So when you get such insights, at the glance only you can eliminate some of the options, but that needs expertise. So don't take any such hasty decisions based on the glancing of options, because you may wrong. But once you develop the expertise, you can play literally with options and then extract the right answer. So what I want to tell is, the same example could have been given in a number of ways. They would have asked you what is the average speed. That means they will give you this speed and all other parameters. So they would have given this speed, they would have asked this speed. So that's why I say stick with total distance, total time, plug in and then answer will come out. I hope this helps you. Okay, so now I'm picking up some other typical examples where I will show you how to frame the equation, or if you're comfortable, how to take the options and then plug in and then extract the right answer. Okay, here we go. See, there is a train A and it starts from a station. After 2 hours, train B starts with speed of 60 km per hour from the same station, and it catches up the first train in 4 hours. So question is now, what is the speed of the train A? What is the speed of the train A? Now, I hope you understood the problem. Train A has started from a station, and after 2 hours, the second train starts with 60 km per hour, catches up the first train in 4 hours. Question is asked, what is the speed of the first train? Now, think this way. 60 is the speed, and with that speed you are traveling for 4 hours. Now, distance covered when the overtaking is done is same for both the trains. I repeat, challenging aspect of dealing with speed problems is you have to be quick in knowing equation is being written for time or equation is being written for distance. Then it takes few seconds literally to crack it. So here what I'm telling is, in all the overtaking problems, you have to know that the moment the overtaking is done, distance covered by both the vehicles will be same. So make use of that fact, write equation, and then answer will be hidden in that. I'll show 60 km per hour and 4 hours you have traveled. Now the confusing part is this part. Now we don't know what is the speed of the first train. So if I ask you, I would have loved interacting with you, but no, it is not possible. Imagine that I am asking you, when you write the time taken by the first train, you are likely to write 4, because this 4 is here. Or you are thinking of 2. So this is the confusing part. But you think and tell, there is no logic here, common sense. This has taken 4 hours, this will be traveling for 6 hours. Because already it had started, and those 2 hours it was traveling, and those 4 hours it was traveling, therefore it was not stopping anywhere. Therefore, the trickiest part is writing 6 here, otherwise you will get stuck. Now there is no magic here. Tell me, if you solve this, you will get 40, right? So the speed of the first train is 40. Again, using the options you can understand, but it needs time, expertise. So to start with, you can learn to write the equation. So again, repeatedly I am showing you Only one thing. Three things are there. Just be comfortable with those three things. What is given, what is asked, and formulate one equation, and that is the end of the solution. You have to solve. I hope you're comfortable with this.